Hello everyone, Sans is buffed, and I want to see how exactly that buff functions, so we're going to take a look. First, Sans' KR was boosted. Now, obviously, level 1 Sans is still pretty weak, but let me explain how it was boosted. It's not being multiplied by Sans' damage. So if Sans has, say, Determination boosting his damage by a massive 50%, then his KR will be 50% stronger. So each Gaster Blaster should, instead of dealing 500, deal 750. So, at max level, Sans' KR is what? That's right, 2000. So, instead of applying just 500, now he's applying normally 2000, but since we have that 50% boost, each of these blasters is applying a massive 3000. As you can see, it's ticking faster and faster on this Muffet, who is now slowly dying of poison. So as the poison runs out, it will slow down its tick speed. But this single Sans, who's gotten no other hits than Determination, is actually managing to do quite a lot of damage. Sans did over 100,000 damage to Muffet, but admittedly this isn't good enough for us, right? Well, why don't we put down an Alphys by Sans? Bring Alphys level 4, making Sans' damage now 140% higher. Let's go ahead and take a look at what happens to good old Muffet. Obviously Sans does lose a little bit of range. And we'll keep an eye on Muffet here. Okay, Muffet took about 120,000 damage. But now with Determination boost and Sans boost, let's see what happens to Muffet here. It's difficult to gauge whether or not Sans is, overpowered, so we're trying to measure the damage. This is still a huge buff, though. Absolutely massive buff. Okay, so for this Muffet right here, with the same small amount of area that Sans had to work with, Muffet's probably going to go below half health. While we're waiting on her to lose her full amount of health, let's add in a Shiren, which will lower Sans' cooldown in a few seconds, and let's bring him to level 6, something only Determination can do. If you're wondering why you can't do it, it's because only Determination can do. Now, Alphys and Shiren only stack in one way. Alphys does the range and damage, Shiren does the cooldown. They do not counteract each other in range or damage. Alphys will override Shiren. Alright, so if all those boosts, let's summon one last Muffet. Let's check on this one. 429,000, so roughly half health. So now this is a max boost Sans. Let's see what a max boost Sans can do. So the cooldown's lower than usual. The damage is at the absolute limit it can be at 2.8. $429,000 versus whatever this is going to be. So remember, Sans used to be unable to do this. Sans was way worse before. I hesitate to call this exactly strong, but it's better. So let's take a look here. That Muffet was brought to 429,000. This Muffet was brought to, let's actually skip, 289,000. That's right. Muffet took about 550,000. Now, to put that against other units like Azrael, Azrael on his own can deal a good bit more. Let's actually compare. I'm going to sell Sans, and we're going to see Sans compared against one of the strongest units. I'm going to bring Azrael to level 6 too, with the Shiren and Alphys boosts hopefully in effect. Actually, Shiren isn't boosting. And this should all give you a bit of perspective of how close Sans is to Azrael, and the answer is not even close. I'm pretty sure Azrael can solo Muffet here. We're about to find out if I'm correct. Oh yeah, Azrael solos Muffet. So, Is Sans better than Asriel? Heck no. At best, Sans might actually rival Asgore. Asgore with full boost can do about 75,000 a hit. But considering Asgore also has the limit of his low range, Sans might actually be able to rival him. Asgore normally, in order to get the 500,000 damage, would have to hit quite a few times. So, yeah, there might be a little bit of competition for Sans versus Asgore. But with that, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching.